Hello guys, today Mike and I are talking about something that we really hope we're wrong about. This video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. It's 25% off now.
Okay. This will be interesting.
All right, guys, we want to talk about something that could be very serious and really serious. And we hope we're wrong. Okay? Hope we're wrong. But if we're not, this is something you guys really need to do right now. And we are noticing that the economy is not doing that well. This is March 2020, so I hope
21.
I'm wrong.
21.
2021. March 2021. Unemployment shot up. Gas prices are going up pretty quick.
Gas prices here have gone up $1 a gallon in 2 months, which is 50% increase in 2 months. Higher gas prices tend to cause higher everything prices because companies have to pay to have supplies brought to their factories and to have things shipped from the factories to the stores.
Lumber prices are 4 times what they have been.
4 times. Wow.
Housing prices are at the ultimate high of what they've ever been. I've never seen such a ridiculous housing market ever. We have been looking to buy a house for 5 years, and now we're really trying to move, and we can't find anything because the prices are so ridiculously high. Here's the thing, guys. What goes up must come down. And the way things are going and the way things that are happening so quickly, I really think there's going to be a crash coming August, September, January, February next year. You need to get your ducks in order now. I mean, really, I think that we are at the end of the good times. And I know we've had a great run, but there are cycles that go in financial cycles. And housing prices will go up, and then about every 10 years or so, they'll come back down again. And we're way past that 10-year mark from the 2008, 2009 crash that we had. And we've been artificially holding it up there, but it's going to start coming down. If you guys have debt, you need to get it paid off now.
Well, Tara's talking about housing, but I would say what I've noticed is prices are going way high. And that's partly due to changes in the laws, but it's also partly due to inflation because the government's been, businesses have been shut down a lot for a long time, and people can't make a living this way. And so between that and the government writing a lot of checks and printing a lot of money to pay people who are out because of government restrictions, those things are going to cause inflation in the money.
Somebody has to pay for it.
Which means that things are going to get a lot more expensive in the short time. And also, when Tara talks about the housing, if a lot of people have had their housing costs deferred because the government just made an order saying people don't have to pay this until later. But people don't realize they're going to have to pay it later. And so when that time comes, it's also going to cause a lot of problems with people struggling not to lose their houses. So there are things about housing that are likely to cause housing to suddenly drop. And there are things about prices that suggest that prices are suddenly going to increase a lot. And so we're basically saying that you should be prepared you should have your financial ducks in a row.
Yeah.
You need to prepare with a good foundation. So this isn't the time to be borrowing lots of money and extending your debt the most that you can so you can show off to your neighbors.
Yeah.
This is a good time to make sure that you're in a good situation as far as your housing and your basic needs, so that if there's some kind of a financial disaster, that you are really not in that bad of a
Yeah.
situation to deal with it.
If you have car payments, you need to get those gone now. If you need to sell your car and buy something that's cheaper, do it now. If you have an RV, if you have a boat, if you have anything like that, you need to get rid of those things until you can come up with the cash to pay for them. Everybody says, oh, Tara, you're talking to people who don't have anything. Actually, I'm talking to the average middle-class American. We live in suburbia where the families make between $60,000 and $150,000 a year, and they are in hock up to their eyeballs.
Well, and here, the radio and the TV is just full of advertisements for, don't let that money be wasted in your home equity. Take that out. And so people will buy a house for $200,000, and then on paper it'll be up to $250,000, and it'll be up to $300,000. It's not worth that unless you sell it today. Yeah. If you sell it today and you get $250,000 or $300,000 or $500,000 out of it, then that's how much it was worth then. But just like stocks and bonds and other investments and things, it's only that value on paper. But people look at that value on paper and they say, wow, my equity went up $20,000. I'm going to borrow it out and put it to use on something important like a boat.
Or remodeling the kitchen.
And the problem is that value isn't really there. So if the market suddenly declines and your house goes to half its value, then the bank might call your loan. And then you'd have to come up with that money out of somewhere. And that's what leads to a lot of housing disasters. So make sure that you yourself are not in that circumstance. Because when things go bad, if your financial situation is strong and you aren't spending more than you need with debt, then you will be able to weather that storm and it won't seem like it's nearly as bad.
Yeah. And, with all the people who are behind on their house payments from the whole thing that happened in 2020, foreclosures are going to start happening. You can't just keep extending non-payment on your houses forever. You can't just keep extending not paying rent. Those landlords have mortgages on those places. Those landlords aren't going to keep their houses forever without paying their mortgage.
If they're losing money, they're going to sell it if they can.
So, we see a housing crisis coming on the horizon, and you can tweak numbers all you want. You can dump money into economic recovery all you want, but somebody's got to pay for that, and eventually you're going to have to pay for that. And so you need to make sure that your ducks are all in a row. Get those car payments gone. Get those credit card payments gone. If you have a house that is worth a lot of money and you could sell it and get some equity out of it and pay all your stuff, I really would consider doing that. If you can move to a cheaper house so that you can do that, do that. And I know there are some situations where it's not possible, but listen, if you need to go get a job delivering pizzas, Uber, delivering groceries, whatever. My son made $40 an hour delivering pizzas. $40 an hour. That is good money. Go out and get a job delivering pizzas to bring in that extra money to pay off those things.
I was thinking delivering pizzas to the people that are borrowing. They can't afford to buy the pizzas.
No.
Well, and one thing about this, we have been through recessions and various sizes, and the thing is that not having a lot of debt has made it where the main reason that we knew it was a recession is because they told us that on the news.
We didn't even know it was happening.
And if you don't keep a lot of debt for things that you don't really need, if you just make your life thing about not having a lot of debt, then you will be able to handle those situations a lot better. But if you're fully extended on your debt and you're a person that hears the home equity loan commercial and goes and buys it and gets all kinds of other loans like that, then an economic problem will hit you really hard.
Yep.
And so we're just trying to tell you now, get your stuff in order so that if something happens, you're fine. And then if it doesn't happen, you'll be super strong in your financial situation and you'll be able to just launch yourself from there.
And I hope we're wrong. But, history has a way of repeating itself. And you just cannot keep doing the things that our country is doing and be able to have a strong economy. It's just not possible. It's just not financially possible. You can't keep pushing off all these rents and everything. So get your ducks in order right now. Right now. I'm serious. Go get a second job delivering pizzas right now to get this stuff paid off. Cut back on everything. Livingonadime.com. We have thousands and thousands of tips and tricks to help you save money. Go watch our videos. Our cookbook has tons of recipes. I know we're telling you to save money, but our cookbook actually saves you more than you spent on it. Everybody says
Most
that.
people say in the first week.
Yeah, the first trip to the grocery store. I had a lady just the other day. She bought the cookbook. She saved $200 on her first trip to the grocery store. So get good recipes. Start saving money on your groceries. Stop eating out. You guys can do this, but please, we are begging you, do it now. Do it now. Livingonadime.com. We will see you guys next time. You're going to scare them all away. See what I have to live with? What? See what I have to live with? Show Jack.
Is something occurring?
Yeah, I was going. That's my Blue Man Group look. Except I'm not blue.
I'm so blue. Anybody know what that is?
I'm so blue, I don't know what to do.
Okay, comment if you guys know what that is.
We didn't have more than 8 seconds to that, right?
Hello.